to Zagami Beauty. My name is Krisha. So today we're going to be finally testing out the Sephora haul goodies. I did get 2 eyeshadow palettes. One of them was the Charlotte Tilbury palette in Mesmerizing Maroon. That one I did a little bit of an Instagram story, so definitely follow me on Instagram just to kind of get little mini reviews that I may not be videoing or videotaping. Yeah, that wasn't really a word. Hilarious. Otherwise, I'm going to be reviewing today a few different products to create this look. So the Kosas Bronzer, I'm going to be reviewing and using the Viseart Petit Chou Chou Palette. And then I'm going to be talking to you also about the fresh serum that I've been using as well. So definitely stick around. Let's get this started. Okay, so we're zoomed in nice and close now for the makeup look. So we're going to go straight in with the eyeshadow palette. I do have my base on, so my foundation, powders, concealer, all that. I'll list it, what I use down below. That hasn't changed too much from the prior 2 videos. So we're going to go ahead and prime our eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This I have in Sin, just a really kind of natural, shimmery, glossy beige. And this we're just going to put all over eyes and just blend it in. I have no idea what I'm doing with this eyeshadow look. I haven't played with this yet, so we shall see. I'm, again, not a makeup artist, so my looks aren't like super crazy extravagant, so we'll see what happens. So we're going to be using the Viseart Petit Chou Chou Palette. This one is so adorable. It was really hard to resist. I'm going to go in first with just the lightest colors. So just this color here, just to kind of set everything in place. Nothing crazy. And it is actually quite nude, so it just kind of sets everything. Okay, then we're going to go with the next color, which is sort of a camel type color. And this I'm just going to put just slightly in the crease. And I always like to just kind of bring it down. I don't know, it just kind of creates sort of the starts of a slightly upward look with the shadow. And these are blending really, really nice. I can tell already it's going to be easy. So I'm referring to the mirror there, but I'm going to grab my handheld mirror, sorry. I just think it's going to be a little bit easier for me to see up close. So again, we're just going to go and just warm up that crease a little bit. Oh, so easy to blend. Okay, now I want to play with colors. So I am going to go, and I do want to play with the silver as well. Like, just the color combinations are so unique, but yet they kind of work together. So I'm gonna actually play with probably this pink. I really want to go shimmery, and then I'm going to go with the silver, and then we'll see if I need to add anything with that. So I'm going to actually use my finger for that and just kind of place it all over. Just a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy because I just want to put just a little bit on that mobile lid. Shimmers I like to use with my finger. I don't know, I do have a couple brushes by Sonia G that really do pack on products well, even like shimmer products, but I don't know, I still just prefer my fingers. That's all I would use back in the day when I literally had 2 eyeshadow brushes. I would mostly use my fingers. I think your fingers are just so tactile, and it's really easy to control what you want to do with your look. It's just so innate to kind of use your fingers on your skin. So, okay, we'll do that, and then I am going to actually warm up the crease a little bit. I do want to pull in a little bit of peach because we're going to go with that Kosas really warm bronzer. So I'm going to use that little peach color there. And we're just going to warm up the crease a little bit. Nothing too crazy, just a touch. And just kind of on that edge. I'm just using the same brush. It's just a blender brush, nothing crazy. Again, bringing it out just a little bit. And that just warms it up. You can always go in with that first color, that really, really beige color, and then just kind of blend out those edges. Okay, that's looking so pretty. So I do want a little bit more of like a definition on the edge. So I'm gonna grab a smaller brush, just something a little more compact. That same pink shimmer color, I'm gonna tap off quite a bit of that excess and just build it up there at the edge, just a little bit. So just to create some depth, there aren't a lot of dark colors in here, so if you wanted to build up more depth, you'd almost have to do a really, really warm brown color, a darker warm brown color from maybe a different palette, but I don't think we need to do that today. I'm just gonna take that shimmer because I feel like it has quite a bit of impact, the pigment, and I can just build up a little bit more on the edge there. So nice. Then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put that silver because I do feel like, actually first I'm going to use the other shimmery color. So that kind of lighter shimmery champagne color there. I'm going to use that really compact brush and I'm just going to put a little bit of that just on that inner part right there. Just to tie everything in a little bit. And I might just use my finger a little bit more so. Yeah, that's better. Go back in with that first pink color. And just go over it, just to kind of go back and bring in some of that pigment. Perfect. Then I'm going to use that shimmery silver color. I don't know, this is a moment of truth. It is so space age. I love it. It's just the most beautiful chrome-like shimmer. And I'm just going to put it right there. Just kind of on the ball of the eye. Oh, that's so pretty. Then I'm going to take my blender brush again, and I'm probably going to go in with sort of the two kind of lighter shades. So this camel and then maybe that peach again underneath, and just take a little bit of each and then just kind of blend it out. I feel like my crease needs a little bit more of something. So I'm going to take another little brush, just a little bit more of a pointy brush, kind of go back in with that pink. It's really shimmery, but we can totally just create a little bit of that warmth in that crease. Just to tie it in. You don't need a lot. That's why a nice little pointy brush like this probably would work really nice. And then just pull it out again. Good, I'm happy with that. I do want to line my eyes, so I'm going to actually go grab my liner in Carbon and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with my liner. So I'm just basically using the same as last time, which is just MAC Carbon. And this I'm just going to line my usual, which is just that inner part right there. And then the outer, just to create that definition. Great. I might add some more of the silver shadow later. We'll see after mascara is on, just to kind of gauge. Underneath, I am going to put a little bit of shadow as well. I think what I'm going to do mostly is just do some of the camel color, the peach color, and just kind of blend both for now. And then just kind of go underneath there. Looks good. I'll grab some of that sparkly purple and just on the edge there. And this shade, it's slightly warm, It's not really, you know, red undertoned. It's definitely a little bit more of a cooler undertone. So it makes, from what I can tell already, because I'm usually so tired looking from my kids maybe, you know, waking up super early now that the sun is up early. It's actually making the whites of my eyes look really bright. So again, it's that sort of a bluer undertone to it. Again, it's not blue, it's purpley pink, but it has that slightly cool undertone. It's actually not making me look more tired. It's actually bringing out the whites in my eyes. Next, we'll just curl our lashes, and then we'll put on some mascara, and we'll go finish off the rest of the face. And I want to try on that Kosas Bronzer. That one I'm thinking might be a little bit dark, but again, I haven't used it yet, so we'll see how it looks. I always layer bronzers, so we'll see how that goes. And then mascara, I'm just going to be using my usual. I'm trying to finish off this MAC mascara, so this one's been discontinued. But I'm going to layer it with one that is available, and that's the L'Oreal Unlimited Mascara. Both plastic wands, because I do like a good plastic wand for my mascara. It's so lovely. Okay, I'm going to layer more mascara. I do want a lot of mascara for this look. So we'll do that as this just slightly dries. So again, I let it just dry slightly to kind of keep it still tacky. Then I can really build up the mascara on top. So we're going to go ahead and do our first bronzer, which is sort of like my contour bronzer. Again, this is going to be the Coconut Bronzer by Marc Jacobs in Tantalize. So this is the darker version. Again, fluffy brush just to create a little bit of definition around the face. Okay, that's good. Now that that's done, my mascara should be pretty much where I want it in terms of tackiness. And then I can just really build it up. I like to layer mascaras too. I don't know what it is about layering products. I just feel some excel more in certain things. Like that first mascara really excels in kind of curling the lashes. And then I feel this one excels at building up the lashes. And it just creates thickness. But if you use this one alone, it's almost like your lashes are just slightly too compact, too short and thick versus having any length or curl. So I do like to layer both, and I feel like that just gives a curl as well as some real thickness, almost like a Bambi lash. And I might do even one more layer just to really build them up, because why not? We're kind of going for a 60s sort of hair look. We're going to go with some really thick lashes. Why not? So next I'm going to put on my cream bronzer, and that's the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. And again, we're just going to create a nice base. So following the bronzer areas and then bringing in whatever's left on that brush. So again, doing a bronzer placement. And there was lever left, just kind of putting it in there, nose. Okay, not too much. Again, we're going to go with a darker bronzer, the Kosas one, so we shall see. So that's good. I'm going to put on one more coat of mascara. Quick. Okay, and then what I like to do with my mascara, just to kind of create again that kind of like, I don't know if that's called Bambi, but like just that outward look, is I'll take the mascara wand and really push them out and just lead them in that direction. And I feel, just depends on the look you're going for, but I kind of like how it just kind of gives like that fanned out look. And this mascara is super easy to manipulate with. So again, this is the Unlimited Mascara by L'Oreal. And it's just has enough like substance to it, enough product on the brush, but it's not overly like wet. It's just kind of gives a nice thickness, and you can really, like I said, manipulate the shape and fanning out of your lashes. Okay, so blush is next. We're gonna do just one palette because this has everything in it. So this is the Natasha Denona, and this is her Love Glow Cheek Palette. So again, we're gonna do a little bit of a cream blush situation, layering things is what I do lately. And especially if you find, like myself, I do have a really combination type skin. So I have quite a bit of natural oils in my typical, like that T-zone area, but then I do find my cheeks really, really dry. So my skin kind of has gone back to normal now. My youngest baby girl is 2.5, so my skin's back to where it was pre-pregnancies, and so that's why it's back to being a combination. So really, really dry in the cheeks, oily in the T-zone. So I find by using a cream blush first, it just kind of brings some moisture back to that area, and then your powder products that go on top of it don't look super powdery and dry effect. They kind of sit on that cream blush and don't look so dry, don't look so, I don't know what the word is, but I guess dry, like powdery. They don't make your skin kind of looks more youthful if you have that cream blush underneath first. It just depends. You can always play around. As long as you're going in thin layers, so just a little bit of product, a stipple brush, and just kind of create a thin layer. It's better to go in more times than just to scoop up a massive amount, chunk it on one spot, and then try blending it out. Disturbs all the makeup underneath, so then you get frustrated maybe because you're disturbing your foundation, you're disturbing your bronzer. It's better just to kind of stipple, slightly blend up, and always a little bit on the nose. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of powder blush just to set it. So I'm just going to use the one that came again in this palette right there. And I'm going to just pounce it on. And if I find, like right there, what I did was I found I almost took a little bit too much product when I went onto this side. So I put a little bit on and then I'm like, oh, too much. I don't want to use the rest on the brush on that side. I went back to this side and kind of finished off that cheek. And then I came back to this side just to sort of finish it off. So that's a good trick too. Like just start slow, put a little bit on. If you're feeling, okay, no, there's too much on the brush, go to this side, put a little bit on there, and then go back in. And that usually just evens it out. So I'm gonna put on a little bit of highlighter now. I'm gonna use that same palette right there. I do like to lately put some highlighter on first before my last layer of bronzer. And then I can always just top it up if it's still looking maybe a little streaky or whatnot, with a little bit of blush at the end. So that creates a really quite nice glow. Okay, and then the Kosis Bronzer. So let's see how this one is going to work out for us. So again, this is the Kosas Bronzer. It has this really nice packaging, very, very spring-like for sure. There is a scent to it, but it's not an added scent. It just sort of smells like a natural product, almost like something mineral based. So kind of, I don't know, maybe earthy, like not like dirt or anything like that, but maybe slightly earthy. I'm gonna grab that same fluffy brush that I use my really pigmented Marc Jacobs bronzer, just because I find this one picks up not overly like large amounts of product. So I'm hoping that'll be good. So let's see how this goes. So I'm just gonna tap it. Looks good. It looks really good. It's glowy because it is baked, so it's mica is the first ingredient, so it's mineral based, and I do find that it just gives a slight glowy look. Getting down my neck. Oh, it's good. It's not as dark as I thought it would be. It does have that slightly reddy undertone. But I do like it. I do like it. So I'm not going to put any more on for now. Let's finish off the eye look. We're going to put a little bit of the bronzer. I'll just use my contouring bronzer maybe for underneath the eye. So just kind of finish that off. We're going to put a little bit of brown eyeliner just on the edges. Just on the edge, and then we'll put some lower mascara on as well, which is going to be the MAC Extended Play in Giga Black. This one, it's not waterproof, but it doesn't move easily, so it's perfect for the under eye area. Okay, and again, I usually just like to elongate my eyes because they are so round, so I just put the mascara, usually the lower mascara, just on that outer half. And I feel like that still kind of creates a cat eye-ish effect without using any liquid liner. Let's put on a lip and then we're done. Okay, so we're going to do the lips with a Natasha Denona lipstick. This is her nude line of lipsticks. So I think this is in the color Natasha. However, I took the bottom off just so it looks a little bit sleeker. So it's just a really pinky nude. I'll double check the color and I will list it down below. So I'm not going to use a lip liner. Just going to go straight in. So very nude. This lipstick is so creamy, so creamy, so comfortable. Absolutely stunning. This whole look is giving me some serious 60s vibe. Alright, so lipstick's done, pretty much everything's done. I'm going to put a little bit more bronzer on. I like to do that at the end of my makeup look where I just kind of look at the whole picture and just see what else I can add. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of that bronzer. Okay, I really like that. So I'm going to zoom out and then I'll kind of give my final thoughts. Okay, so what do I think of these products? Final thoughts, all three are beautiful. With the Viseart Chou Chou Palette, so easy to use. All of the colors blended beautifully. I'm not, like I said, amazing with eyeshadow looks. I'm not super creative or do anything too extravagant. And I was able to create a really pretty look just by using it. And the first time today, it wasn't even something that I put a lot of thought into, to be honest. I just kind of decided, okay, I'm just going to see what happens. I love the chrome, like that silvery chrome in the middle. I feel like it really created, it just kind of gave it, like I said, a slightly retro look, maybe because of my hair and stuff like that and the way I kind of fanned out my lashes, but to me it does feel very 60s, kind of almost like that Mike Myers movie. I keep getting images of I think it's the Austin Powers with Heather Graham. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. And with the nude lip, it's just kind of created that look. But you could do so many things with it. It has so many warm tones that you can just stick with the warm tones and do like a beachy look. So something very just champagne-y, bronzy. Add maybe a little bit of bronzer, darker bronzer in the crease or some brown eyeshadow. And you can, like I said, create a very beach look. You can then do something very purpley, like go a little bit more pinky and extreme and do that. So it's a little bit more of a neon look with that neon pink in there. Lots of options. Really love it. Bronzer's beautiful. I thought it was going to be too dark, but at all. Again, fluffy brush, kind of going over things, and I think layering helps. If I were maybe just to use that bronzer alone, maybe it would have been too dark. But I think because I layered, like I said, layering products, it just creates just dimension and just a little more of a natural effect. So I think doing that, I can get away with this bronzer really easily. And it does give off a sheen, and I think that sheen is nothing to do with shimmer. I don't see any shimmer in there. I think what it is the mica, which of course has its own reflective qualities. It's a mineral. And so it just kind of reflects light naturally. So it's not even almost like any kind of metallic sheen or glittery sheen. It's just a natural reflection that I think the product gives off. Again, if you want to put a little bit of like a setting spray on top, that would probably give even a little bit more of a glow. So beautiful for summer. Again, a natural or clean product brand, which is good too. And then finally, I wanted to talk to you guys about the fresh serum that I got. So this one here, it has that oily component to it on top, that oil layer. So it's biphasic. You do need to give it a shake. So you just shake it, mixes things up. When I first used it, I did not like it. I didn't use very much. I just put in a couple of drops, just shook it a few times, and I put it on and it was really underwhelming. I didn't feel like that gave me a lot of moisture. I had a little thin layer on of almost like an oily film. It just didn't feel quenching. It didn't feel good on the skin. So then I thought to myself, well, they gave me like, I think 150 mils of product in here. 100 mils, okay? So 3 times as much as a typical serum would have. So logically thinking or speaking, maybe I needed to use more. So I thought to myself, okay, let's use more. So I used about 1/4 of a size of 1/4 on in my hand, emulsified it in my hands, just put it on my face, down my neck, and that felt really quenching. It actually felt like it was doing something. So when I use it, or I use it kind of in a certain sequence. I put on my essence, first tone essence, then any of my serums, then I put this on because it has a little bit of that oil in it. I just feel like this should go on as almost like the last serum before the moisturizer, just to seal in all of the other serums that are in underneath. And then I put on my moisturizer and it's beautiful. I use it morning and night and I love it. I think it's great. It has tons of good reviews also when I checked on the Sephora website, so I think people are enjoying it and I can see why. So that is it. I hope you guys like this look. I hope this video was informative or it was just fun to watch. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe before you go. Take care of each other. Peace and love to you all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.